Nizam-ul-Mulk of Hyderabad, popularly known as the Nizam of Hyderabad, was the monarch of the Hyderabad State, now divided into Telangana State, Hyderabad-Karnataka region of Karnataka and Marathwada region of Maharashtra. Nizam, shortened from Nizam-ul-Mulk, meaning of administrator of the realm. The title of the several regions of Hyderabad State was the premier prince of India since 1724, belonging to the Asaf dynasty. The Asaf dynasty was founded by Mir Hamar ud Din Siddiqui, a viceroy of the Deccan under the Mughal Empire from 1713 to 1721. He intermittently ruled after Aurangzeb's death in 1707. In 1724, Mughal control lapsed and Asaf Jah declared himself independent in Hyderabad. Following the decline of the Mughal power, the region of Deccan saw the rise of Marathas empire. The Nizam himself saw many invasions by the Marathas in the 1720s, which resulted in the Nizam paying a regular tax to the Marathas. The major battles fought between the Marathas and the Nizam include Palkhet, Bhopal, Raksha Bhuvan and Kharada, in all of which the Nizam lost following the conquest of Deccan by Bajirao I and the imposition of tax by him. Nizam remained a tributary of the Marathas for all intent and purpose. In 1805, after the British victory in the Second Anglo-Maratha War, Nizam of Hyderabad came under the protection of the British East India Company. In 1903, the Berar region of the state was separated and merged into the central provinces of British India to form the Central Provinces and Berar. Hyderabad was the largest and most prosperous state of the princely state in India. It covered 82,698 square miles of fairly homogeneous territory and had a population of roughly 16.34 million people. As per the 1941 census, of which a majority 85% was Hindu, Hyderabad state had its own army, airline, telecommunication system, railway network, postal system, currency and radio broadcasting service. In spite of the overwhelming Hindu majority, Hindus were severely underrepresented in government, police and the military. Of 1765 officers in the state army, 1268 were Muslim, 421 were Hindus and 121 others were Christians, Paris and Sikhs. Of the official drawing a salary between rupees 600 to 1200 per month, 59 were Muslims, 5 were Hindus and 38 were of other religions. The Nizam and his nobles, who were mostly Muslims, owned 40% of the total land in the state. The Nizam decided to keep Hyderabad independent, unlike the other princely states, most of which acceded to India or to Pakistan voluntarily. The leaders of the new Indian Union did not want an independent and possibly hostile state in the heart of their new country and were determined to assimilate Hyderabad into the Indian Union of force if necessary. In September 1948, in Operation Polo, Indian Army marched into Hyderabad, deposed the Nizam and annexed the state into the Indian Union. Seven Nizam ruled Hyderabad for 2 centuries until 1947. The Asaf Jah rulers were great patrons of literature, art, architecture and culture and rich food. The Nizam patronized aspect of a Persianate society, copied from Turco-Mongol Mughal overlords and which became central to the Hyderabadi Muslim identity. The last Nizam had been the richest man in the world in his time. The Nizam also developed the railway and the introduction of electricity, developed roads, airways, irrigation and reservoir. In fact, all major public buildings in Hyderabad city were built during his reign under the British Raj. He pushed education, science and establishment of Usmania University. Nizam-ul-Mulk was a title first used in Urdu around 1600 to mean governor of realm or deputy for the whole empire. The word is derived from the Arabic language as in Abu Ali Hassan ibn Ali Tusi, 11 April 1018, 14 October 1092, better known by his honorific title of Nizam-ul-Mulk, Arabic order of the Nizam meaning order arrangement. The Nizam was referred to as Ala Hadrat or Nizam Sarkar meaning his exalted highness. During the period of Nizam rule, Hyderabad State became the richest man. Ali Khan Asaf Jahan and his family, including Salar Jung, bought out by Nawab Sarwar ul Mulk and Agha Mirza Beg Bahadur, who was his political advisor and the senior most salute state among the Indian princely state. It was separate 12,23,000 kilometers in the Deccan ruled by the Asaf Jahi dynasty. The Nizam were conferred with the title of His Exalted Highness and faithfully of the British government by the Imperial Colonial British government for their collaborating role in the wars against Tipu Sultan of Mysore, the first war of India independent of 1857 to 1858, becoming the only Indian prince to be given both these titles. The rule of the Nizam brought cultural and economic growth for Hyderabad city. One example of wealth of Nizam rule is the jewels of the Nizam, which is an international tourist attraction occasionally displayed in the Salarjung Museum. In 1948, Hyderabad state had an estimated population of 17 million. The state had its own currency known as the Hyderabadi rupee until 1951, the pace of which the last Nizam Mir Usman Ali Khan amassed wealth made him one of the world's richest men in 1937, and he was also known for his miserliness. He was estimated to be worth 660 crores US 2 billion by today's exchange rate. According to the Forbes all-time wealthiest list of 2008, Nizam Mir Usman Ali Khan is the fifth richest man in the recorded history per the figures, with an estimated worth of 210.8 billion. Adjusted by Forbes as per the growth of the USP since that period and the present exchange rate of the US dollar against the Indian rupee. The Nizam set up numerous institutions in the name of the dynasty, including hospitals and schools, colleges, universities that imparted education in Urdu. Inspired by the Indian civil services, the Nizam established their own local Hyderabad civil service. They were great engineers. For example, they built large reservoir survey work on the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam was initiated during this time. Also, the actual work was actually completed under the aegis of the Government of India in 1969. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and